Right now, as you sit here watching this, you are not actually sitting still. You are standing on a giant spinning world that is racing through space at speeds so extreme that no airplane, no rocket, no human invention even comes close. And yet you feel nothing, no wind tearing past you, no shaking ground, no sense that you are moving at all, just silence, just stillness. But here is the strange question that almost no one ever stops to ask. If Earth is moving so fast, why don't you feel it? Now think about this more carefully. Every time you've ever been in a fast-moving car, you could feel it. Every time a bus starts suddenly, your body reacts. Every time something changes speed, your senses immediately notice. So why is this different? Why is the most powerful motion you are part of completely invisible to your own body? What if everything you believe about stillness is just a clever illusion created by nature itself? What if you are not standing on a fixed ground, but riding a cosmic vehicle that never stops, never slows down, and never gives you even a single hint that it is moving? And here is where it gets even more fascinating. Earth is not just moving in one way. It is spinning, orbiting the sun, and traveling through the galaxy all at the same time. Multiple motions layered on top of each other, like invisible waves carrying you through an endless cosmic ocean. Yet your coffee stays in your cup. Your feet stay grounded. Your world feels perfectly calm. So the real mystery is not just that Earth is moving. The real mystery is why your senses are completely blind to it. Because once you understand that, you start to realize something much deeper. Motion is not what you think it is. Reality is not as stable as it feels. And the universe is far stranger and far more beautiful than everyday experience ever shows you. And by the end of this, you may never look at the ground beneath your feet the same way again. You are sitting on a planet that spins faster than a bullet, races around the sun at unbelievable speed, and travels through the galaxy like a ship crossing an endless cosmic ocean. Yet at this very moment, you feel perfectly still. Your coffee does not slide off the table. Birds fly normally through the sky. The air stays wrapped around the planet instead of being blown into space. Everything feels calm and motionless, even though Earth is moving faster than the human mind can truly imagine. This strange contradiction is one of the most beautiful lessons physics offers, because it reveals that motion is not always something you can feel. In fact, most motion in the universe is completely invisible to your senses. People often imagine motion as something dramatic. When a car suddenly accelerates, your body presses backward into the seat. When an airplane takes off, you feel a heavy force pushing against your chest. When an elevator drops suddenly, your stomach reacts instantly. But notice something important about all these experiences. You are not actually feeling speed. You are feeling change in speed. Physics calls this acceleration. Human bodies are excellent at detecting sudden changes in motion, but they are surprisingly bad at detecting smooth, constant movement. If you were locked inside a perfectly smooth train with no windows, and that train moved at a constant speed forever, you would never know whether it was moving or standing still. You could toss a ball upward, and it would fall directly back into your hand. Water would pour normally into a glass. You could walk around naturally. Every experiment inside the train would behave exactly the same. Earth works in precisely this way. We are passengers inside a gigantic moving system. But because the motion is smooth and constant, our senses interpret it as stillness. The Earth spins once every 24 hours. At the equator, this rotation carries you at roughly 1,670 kilometers per hour. That alone sounds impossible to believe. Imagine traveling faster than most airplanes while simply sitting in a chair. But Earth is not only rotating, it is also orbiting the sun at about 107,000 kilometers per hour. Even that is not the end of the story. The entire solar system moves around the center of the Milky Way galaxy at nearly 828,000 kilometers per hour. Then the galaxy itself drifts through the universe among countless other galaxies. Motion exists inside motion, like gears turning within larger gears. V approx 107, 1000 text kmr. The reason you never notice these enormous speeds is because everything around you shares the same motion. The oceans move with Earth. The atmosphere moves with Earth. The mountains, cities, clouds, and even your own body move together as one connected system. There is no rushing wind caused by Earth's movement through space because the atmosphere is already traveling alongside the planet. It is similar to sitting inside an airplane flying smoothly through the sky. Inside the cabin, people walk normally, drinks remain stable, and conversations continue peacefully because everything inside shares the airplane's motion. Gravity also plays a powerful role in this cosmic illusion of stillness. Earth's gravity holds us tightly to the planet's surface and keeps the atmosphere wrapped around the globe like an invisible blanket. Without gravity, Earth's rapid spinning and movement would scatter everything into space. Instead, gravity creates stability. It binds oceans to coastlines, anchors your feet to the ground, and keeps the air surrounding the planet moving together in harmony. FG 1.112 R2. Another remarkable idea is that there is no universal definition of absolute stillness. Humans naturally assume there must be some fixed point in the universe where true motion can be measured, but physics tells a stranger story. Motion only exists relative to something else. A person sitting in a train appears still relative to the train, but moving relative to the ground outside. Earth seems stationary to us because we live on it, but from the perspective of the sun, Earth is speeding through space. From another galaxy, even the sun itself becomes a moving object. This idea changes the way we think about reality. There is no giant cosmic stage where the universe performs while standing against a perfectly motionless background. Instead, everything moves relative to everything else. The universe is more like an endless dance where every object measures movement differently, depending on where it stands. One of the greatest discoveries in physics was realizing that the laws of nature remain the same inside any smoothly moving system. Whether Earth is standing still or traveling through space at extraordinary speed, the laws of physics continue operating exactly as they always do. Light behaves the same. Gravity behaves the same. Chemistry behaves the same. Your heartbeat, breathing, and thoughts continue normally because the entire environment shares the same motion. This is why ancient people could not detect Earth's movement simply by observation. If Earth truly moved, they expected birds would be left behind, clouds would drift away, and objects thrown upward would land somewhere else. But because everything participates in Earth's motion together, these effects never occur in ordinary experience. It took centuries for scientists to understand that motion itself is not always directly observable. There is also something deeply philosophical hidden inside this idea. Human senses evolved to survive on Earth, not to perceive the true scale of the cosmos. Your eyes cannot see radio waves. Your ears cannot hear the vibrations of distant stars. Your skin cannot detect the planet moving through space. Reality is far larger and stranger than human perception allows. Science becomes a tool that extends beyond the limits of instinct and reveals truths the senses alone could never discover. Imagine standing outside at night under a silent sky. It feels as though the ground beneath you is perfectly steady. Yet in reality, you are riding a spinning sphere orbiting a nuclear star while crossing an entire galaxy. Every second of your life is spent traveling through space at astonishing speed without the slightest sensation of motion. That realization transforms ordinary existence into something almost unbelievable. The calmness you feel is not evidence of stillness. It is evidence that nature hides its greatest movements with extraordinary elegance. The universe does not announce its motion with noise or shaking. The largest movements are often the quietest. Galaxies drift through darkness for billions of years without sound. Planets rotate silently beneath civilizations that never notice the turning. Even now, while you read these words, Earth continues its endless journey through space, carrying oceans, cities, clouds, memories, and human dreams together on a tiny moving world suspended inside an unimaginably vast cosmic sea. And now, after all of this, the picture becomes both simple and astonishing at the same time. You are not standing still in the universe. You are moving with it, completely, smoothly, and silently. Earth carries you like a perfectly balanced vessel, so stable that even its greatest motions disappear from your senses. That is why you don't feel the spin, the orbit, or the unimaginable speed through space. Not because the motion is small, but because everything around you shares it equally. What feels like stillness is actually perfect coordination. The ground beneath your feet, the air around you, the oceans, the cities, and your own body are all part of the same journey. There is no shaking, no rush of wind, no internal mismatch to signal motion. Nature has hidden one of its greatest truths inside everyday normality. Constant motion becomes invisible when everything moves together, and when you really think about it, that changes how you see your place in existence. You are not stuck on a fixed point in space. You are part of a vast, continuous journey through a universe that never stops moving. Every moment of your life is happening on a planet that is traveling through cosmic darkness with perfect, silent precision. So the next time you stand outside and feel still, remember this. Stillness is only what your senses agree to believe. Underneath that feeling is a reality far greater, one where you are already in motion through something infinitely larger than yourself. Thank you for your time and attention. If you followed this all the way through, carry this thought with you today. You are not just living on Earth, you are traveling with it through the universe. Good luck on your journey, and thank you for being part of this moment.